So we have like a gold silver game. Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's silver game. Yeah.
Okay.
Da 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 da. Yeah, he's whacking his chair. Yeah. So if you want it, Bree, I'll buy it and send it to you. But you let me know at the end of this game because we got some commentating to do. All right, so excuse me. So as far as team compositions, we got Jace, Elise, Rise. Obviously, Rise is coming up in rising in popularity. And yeah, that's right. That's right. You grown. And Karma in the support position against Kennen, J4, which I really like. There's a Yasuo in the mid lane with MF and Lulu. So one team looks like they're really looking to team fight a lot, and the other team kind of looks like they're looking to do a lot of type of picks and a lot of movement around the map. What I'm seeing.
So what's interesting is that Blue Side actually picked a composition that's really popular amongst professional players right now. A lot of these champions are still in meta as of the last patch and of this patch. Um, at least not so much in the jungle. I mean, she's always had really good damage, really good just map movement and presence on the map. Just such a well-rounded jungler. But everybody else has been very popular in the meta, and so if Blue Side can play these champions well, that they're in their champ pool, we'll have to see how well they play them. I actually think Blue Side has the advantage, even though the team fight composition on Red Side looks pretty good. The Wombo combos look really great. If this were a high elo game, like we're talking like Diamond 1, 50 LP plus, Blue Side has the advantage here because most likely those players have a huge champ proficiency. Um, I think it's just basically going to come down to whether Red Side knows how to play their champions well enough to break the meta champions of Blue Side.
Yeah, I think like you were saying, it's one of those things you're going for the easy mode at lower ranks, and you don't have that mechanical skill most of the time, or you don't have the proficiency on the champion, so you basically have an R composition against ones that are going to take a little bit more mechanics.
Right. Yeah, and the reason that's not so good at a professional level is that you don't really want to wait around for R's in order to fight, because so much can happen within the time of those cooldowns. And so a lot of these champions on Zillions on the loose, thanks Bree, is going to be able to make a pretty good skirmish even without ultimates, right? Like Rise has a point and click snare, Jace has a huge poke mid game, Elise has a snare and gap closer. Trist has pretty good damage mid game, and Karma provides a lot of utility, and so there's a lot of really good skirmishes that can come out from any permutation of those members.
Oh.
Whereas, we're fighting bottom
Yeah,
side.
but a little bit. Nah, just a little bit, just a little trade, nothing big.
Yeah, the Lulu's being really aggressive, and that's good. She should hold that aggression against Karma, who should actually be doing more damage here.
Ooh, good amount of damage going on there. Yasuo gonna get exhausted. Rise gonna try and trade it back onto him, but I don't think it's gonna flash. He is gonna flash into the melee range for it. Oh, big mistake. He had nothing off cooldown there and gets finished off by the ignite.
Yeah, flashing into melee range means you have to get the kill really quickly against the melee champion, who's going to respond to you if you don't kill him immediately. So, I don't know. I think Rai should have let that go. I think he was going to base the Yasuo and just get a CS advantage, but now he's dead and loses the CS
And loses both summoners too. Yasuo's still sitting on a flash. At least getting caught out, but he's gonna turn around on the Yasuo. Hopefully, no, and the Yasuo gets it with another Q. Oh man,
That's really big for the Yasuo. Let's see how much gold he has now. About 1,300. So most likely he's going back for the Serrated Dirk, and that's problematic for Rise, who has to get tier first or some sort of Mata item first, and is going to have a really rough early game in terms of ramp up damage. Looks like Yasuo decided with the Zeal instead. That's interesting.
yeah, trying to get that crit, and He just got
Jace
destroyed
with a
by the
1v2.
Jace. Yeah.
Oh, Jace can win this.
Yes, he can. Oh, never mind. He knocked him away.
Yeah.
It's all right. He chose.
Yeah, once
against
Jarvan
it.
misses that huge Q damage, Jace can come back with a lot of damage afterwards in response. I'm not really sure I like the buy from Yasuo. I know the standard build for Yasuo is to go crit, but if you're winning like that, and you just were gifted 2 kills in 5 minutes, Serrated Dirk is a really good item, even if you don't finish whatever you want to turn that into. Even though you should turn that into a Yomu's Ghostblade against the Rise. You can chase him down. I don't really like the Zeal pickup. We'll see how successful that is.
Yeah, he's gonna get a bunch of damage down onto him, I think. One of the best things, as we were saying, against the Yasuo in the mid lane is going to be the lockdown. That rune prison is gonna do a ton of work against Yasuo. Just holding him in place so that they can kill him, just like he's doing now.
Yeah, that Yasuo is getting punished now with the range. Even though the Rise is behind, he's gonna have nice wave control as long as he doesn't screw up and walk up melee range again.
Yeah, he's playing in the minion wave, which was kind of risky against him, but I think that AoE that Rise has is it's not too bad. I think once he gets a couple levels in and he's able to just obliterate the whole wave with a single rotation, he'll there you go. There's another one. Little auto trade. I did not actually see the keystone that he's using.
So what's problematic with the Rise right now is that he's gonna run out of mana with his early tier.
Oh, last breath. Yasuo going in again. Rise going to get run speed and a shield. He went the wrong way, away from the turret. I don't know why you would do that. Bot lane at the same time, there was a fight happening. It did not look like they secured a kill, even though Lulu got really low. At least looking to finish off the Yasuo here. Yasuo going to get the Q, the run speed. Gonna win wall that. Not going to be able to get him. He's going to pop over the wall probably and live. Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
A bit of luck there and a bit of misplay from the Yasuo, even though he gets out alive. He uses the Scuttler pretty well as a gap increaser to get away from the Elise, but starts moving around and can't decide whether he wants to fight or leave.
Jace, good damage. At least on the backside of that, not going to get much. She is in the top side. She was trying to get something done. Wave's going to get caught by the
Kennen needs to just leave. So this is going to go either two ways. It's going to be a clean kill on the Kennen, or the Kennen's going to respond and possibly get a kill return. 1-for-1. I think he should just leave.
He has no resources.
He doesn't have teleport, so I guess that's why he wants to stick around.
Yeah.
But there's no reason for him
dive
to
him.
stay here.
Dive him. She auto attacked. At least does have drop. There it is, the aggro drop. And one more. Nope. Gonna be clean.
Yeah. The best scenario for that Kennen was a 1-for-1, and he loses CS anyways. So the CS wasn't really the reason that you would want to stick around if you're gonna stay. And that's a really high risk situation where the Elise is gonna juggle aggro very easily just by pushing a button and switching it over to the Jace. And so they play they play that pretty well in order to get the kill, and it goes in the worst case scenario, which is he gives up the free kill anyways. So that Kennen needed to leave. I see a lot of low healer players do this. They're like, oh, I want to stick around. I want to see if I can get a kill. Most likely, you're not going to get a kill. You're not going to be able to outplay that Elise who's just going to push one button and not die.
Look, that's a high skill cap, okay?
Yeah.
That one button could be far in some keyboards.
Yeah, and a lot of people just mistake that, just even at a silver level, people can make that play. So that's why it's a high risk decision for you to stay around the turret and try to get maybe 2 more CS. It's not worth giving them.
Especially when you don't have a champion that has like some deceptive sustain or escape ability.
Now, if Kennen had ult, that'd be a different story, but he obviously whiffed it, and so that's a completely different situation.
Yep.
But in a situation where you don't have that...
bullet time! Slicing Maelstrom coming down. Jace's gonna get engaged on... Oh, he's gonna get one back, though. So, Jarvan's gonna be able to finish this one up in the Cataclysm. Bottom lane fighting, mid lane's fighting, everyone's fighting right now. Yasuo gets exhausted, and Elise gonna be able to pick that one up. Bot lane is super low on both sides, but no kills, and one summoner burned. Oh, no summoners burned, actually.
Yeah.
He was just on cooldown.
That's the beauty of the Rise Elise combination, and it goes, this is the reason why a lot of pros pick this. You don't need to be level 6 in order for that to be effective. One can set up the other. I mean, you just have these really nice CCs. Even though the Elise snare gets caught up in the wind wall, it's still super easy for these two champions to walk up and kill someone. Yasuo going with Phantom Dancer's first item. I still think this is a mistake. I understand that he wants the crit, but he needs to see that the Rise isn't getting any armor.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming through. The Lulu gonna pop ultimate there. Oh, gonna turn this around. The exhausted Tristana looking to ult away. Oh, Jarvan coming in. Surprise! He's gonna whiff that. No flag and drag for him. Tristana gonna rocket jump to safety.
Pretty interesting trade there, and I like the way that Lulu is playing. I think that she's been demonstrating that she's the better of the two supports here, walking forward, doing damage, knowing that she can ultimate herself when she walks forward, so she draws a lot of this aggro, which doesn't go on the MF at all, and in the end ends up saving her, because that mitigated at the beginning of the fight so much damage that should have been going on to the MF in the first place. So this Lulu's really good at calling attention to herself, saying, hey, hit me, and that's really hard for a lot of other supports to do.
Ooh, flash forward. Double flash. Okay, so MF is going to flash. You're going to have the flash coming out of the Karma there. Jay's sitting in the brush, looking like he had Dustblade, but he doesn't. Youmuu's going to be a... Oh, Shock Blast gets flashed. And Kennen going to live, but he's got Slicing Maelstrom coming. And Kennen gets obliterated. Now,
yeah, he's not very good at leaving the turret. I mean, he's, you know...
Jarvan Cataclysm, gonna flash out of it. Jay's got the knockback, gonna escape for free. He has not yet bought a single piece of armor, and Youmuu's is completed on the side of Jace. So anytime Jace wants to, he can probably just kill him.
Yeah, a lot of, you know, this is the classic for any silver and low gold player where, hey, I just want to build my build. I don't really care who's on the other side of the team or what my team is. I'm just going to build what I want. A lot of League of Legends itemization is about, hey, what's going on in this game? What do I need to be doing right now with my current situation? And it's highly contextual. So, I mean, reading guides and reading suggestions on what you should be building on a champion is good, and it gives you a great start. But once you have champion proficiency and you know what your champion does, you should really be thinking about, okay, what do I need to be doing in this game? Why am I losing? Am I winning? Am I, you know, trying to not die? Am I trying to kill them? And if so, what's the best way to do it? There's a lot of these questions that players have to ask themselves. And in the situation of a 0-4 Kennen against a 4-1 Jace who's building, you know, who already has Youmuu's, I think you need a spot of armor. You can turn that into a hourglass later. Yeah, and it's a natural build for the Kennen, and all he needs to do is get a few pieces of cloth armor, a couple of 100 gold, mitigates the serrated dirt armor pen, and, which is probably only at around 11 at this point.
At this point, even tabbies, like going tabbies is not bad.
Yeah, and that's the efficiency of defense items in this game. If you're losing, it's really easy to not lose anymore. This guy just spent 2,100 or so on this Youmuu's Ghostblade to you know, to shred your armor. It only takes 300 gold to solve that.
Yep, because at that point all you get is an activation and a little bit of AD.
Exactly.
Which is also mitigated by the armor as well. Alright, Slice of Maelstrom going to be coming in. Jarvan visiting again for like the 19th time. And
yeah, his map movements have been pretty good. He's been bot, he's been top. Mid, he can't really help as much. This Rise seems to be doing pretty well. And the Yasuo, I mean, he's been killing the Rise by himself, but the Elise has been focusing a lot of attention, as she should, on the mid lane.
Finish the tower. They need to finish the tower. They're good now. Oh, they didn't get the tower, but it's okay.
Yeah, they both kind of stood still. They didn't know how that interaction worked. You could attack while you're in that. As long as you're not CC'd, you get to leave.
Oh, Elise. Oh, Elise has flash. She has flash. Yasuo does not have flash. A little bit of damage. Bullet time going to turn it around. Going to get dropped down. And the exhaust, though. I think that was a little extra, but it's fine. Exhaust.
Yeah, Karma and Tristana were not on the same page there. Karma was way behind the Tristana, and Tristana was way forward. Karma couldn't get even close enough to do to exhaust if she wanted to. And so that was, in terms of positioning, the ideal position between support and ADC is side by side. And that's not the ideal position. If your AD carry is way forward and you're to support, you need to get on their side so that you can be in a position to help them if they need help.
Yeah, there's, and one interesting thing is that MF is going to be finishing her cull soon, and she already has almost full components for either a Dustblade or a Youmuu's. And against the team composition on Zillions on the Loose, there's not a tank on that side. So if no armor really gets built, there's going to be a lot of pain coming through.
Yeah, this is just going to be one of those typical low elo, high damage, see hero, kill hero games where I'm just building to kill stuff and I don't really care what I build. I'm just going to build damage and no one's going to build tank here either. And so this is going to be one of those really volatile games where we're going to probably see some swings one way or the other if this pattern keeps up. I mean, we're pretty much even right now.
Yep.
No turrets taken, 5-6, only a couple, maybe 1,000 gold apart, but it's still early on.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's not too much, not a big deal. A little bit of gold lead that's there. Oh my god, last breath gonna come through, gonna actually burst out the Elise, but she's gonna pop up, get that repel going. Jace is here, trying to put down damage, but he's in hammer form right now. Shock blast gonna come through, gonna hit, gonna get Jarvan down super low. Rise trying to get onto a target. Elise gonna land cocoon. Room prison coming through. MF gonna respond back with bullet time, gonna clear that area out. You don't want to be there when that's going off. And I think Karma's going to get killed on the backside of this one. Flashed by the MF. Nope. Double up, not going to kill. Wow. Blinking health bars, but no deaths yet. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Rise. Rise. You don't need to be there anymore, buddy. Rise getting jumped in on Cataclysm. Rise trying to pour it out. He's going to get 3 people out of that situation. Woo. All right.
So here's the beauty of the composition of Zillions on Loose. This is the reason why professionals like these champions and why they're so in meta right now. Even though that the Jarvan and the Yasuo got a really nice head start with their ultimates.
Oh, Kennen shows up in the mid to finish off the Rise. He's farming that wave instead of going back.
Oh, nice snare.
Oh, there it is. Bunch of damage. He's
Good
gone.
response from the Elise there. So the reason this composition is really good is because when it comes to those extended fights, you have continuous CCs and snares and damage to follow up. And that's the reason why a lot of professionals like these champions in their ranked games or even competitive play. Even though Tibbers fan club got some really good ultimates off, their composition is basically R. If they don't have a really good ultimate engage, they don't have any good follow-up afterwards. And that's going to be a real struggle for this composition.
Jace going to get caught out. Lulu, as you were saying before, trying to get some movement on the map. Exhaust going to come down. Gonna might be able to finish off the Jace. Jace trying to just wait out that exhaust. Shock blast. Oh, going to get knocked up. That second knockup keeps him from killing anyone. Woo. That was a close one there.
Really good movement from the Lulu. That even though that was pretty close, that was kind of, he could have almost gotten a double kill. The ultimate was clutch.
Kennen shows up in the backside. MF gonna get put down though. The flash forward, the heal as well, gonna keep her alive. But Kennen still looking to get onto Tristana. Gonna get the stun in a second. Chain lightning almost up. Flash forward, chain lightning. The knockup, gonna get the last breath. Yasuo gonna pick up one. If a minion wave comes, he's diving this. He's probably diving this regardless. Yeah. Oh, the kite around. The kite around. The outplay. The outplay. He's gonna die to the Elite showing up right at the end. That's rude, man. She took that kill. The double kill coming in for Elise. They're gonna chase down this Lulu with a nice little port, but oh my goodness, you gotta get onto her. Lulu just gonna whimsy away. Rise looking to run up here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe
they're chasing way too far. They didn't need to chase out here.
Demacia. Bullet time. This bullet time is stopped by Elise Cocoon. She's gonna kill the MF on the other side and save Rise at the same exact time. Bunch of damage going out. Red buff burn. Oh, it's not even a red buff. What was that burn? Who had a burn? I saw the burn.
It was. I forget which. I saw some sort of dot appear. I think it might have been the speed up, maybe from Lulu, and it looked like particle effects.
Yeah, I was like, who's burning? Somebody's burning. All right, sorry guys.
It was. It was a chase. It was a bad decision to chase that had really good results because they could have gotten other stuff on the map. In my opinion, maybe push up mid after getting a couple kills and getting the turret. So they're still sticking around here.
Kennen looking to, I guess, pay it back. Maelstrom coming through. Gonna be able to kill him. The whole team is bottom right now. And as you said before, positioning is a big deal. Decision making a big deal. You have 5 people bottom. Tristana's just getting to that turret now. Rise trying to escape out of here. Does not have ult yet. Gonna flash forward. That's down.
Yeah, a lot of Tibbers fan club right now don't have ultimate, so they can't really make a play here. They don't really have a situation where they can go confidently go in and say, okay, I'm going to use my ult and get a lot of damage out. And so they don't really have a good engage. They do end up getting a good pick on the Jace, who overstays and wants the turret, but I don't think he needed to do that at all. Their team composition doesn't play that way.
They only have one component of Bronzodia, so they can't really... They need that Malphite in there. Need a couple more.
Right.
Oh. Knock up. Gets the last breath. Gonna exhaust the Jace again. Exhausting the Jace in a 3v1 is a little extra.
Yeah, probably, didn't need to use that. You're going to die there.
I think that's a little extra. Oh my goodness. Cataclysm gonna land onto Tristana like she forgot where her rocket jump button was.
Yeah, seriously. She, looked down and had to figure out where W was.
Oh, big
Good
burst
Elise
coming in
damage.
from the Elise. Yasuo probably gonna get ended here. Psych. Nope. The Lulu gonna peel super hard. Rise. Put out that AoE damage. Let's go, buddy. At least turning it around. Kennan's gonna show up at the end. Gets a lightning rush, but gets exhausted at the same time. Gets knocked up. Rise gonna get finished off on the backside of that one with Slicing Maelstrom used and Lulu ultimate. MF
So
looking
now
to...
that the Jace is up, we'll see what's going to happen here.
Tristana doing a bunch of damage. That's a flash over the wall. And Elise just flexing right now.
Yeah, pretty good combinations from the Elise so far. Oh, smites for the heal.
Wow. She missed her auto. Get outplayed. Just outplayed. Elise is putting in
That
work
was
right
hard
now.
to watch for a lot of reasons.
I know. It's just like she stopped autoing her like she's dead. And then she smited it and I'm like, oh, here we go. Like she took a second to realize she wasn't dead. And it was like, huh, what? Like don't look at the explosion kind of thing.
Right.
Like you just kill her, man. You get that shutdown. That's what's needed.
Yeah. Elise is big now. She gets to go home and buy, and she's been pretty
yeah,
spot on
this-
with her combinations actually. The mechanics could be a little bit faster. Just we're talking about a quarter of a second faster, but she has the combination down. She knows exactly how to switch between human and spider form, and dishes out damage in the way that she should. And she'll eventually get to the point where she can 100-0 people. It looks like she is building Thornmail though, and I'm not really sure
No.
she
When
needs
she
to
she
do
built that earlier. It was one of the first items she picked up right after Runic. She picked up a
I
little,
can see
little one.
why, and then it's nice to pick up a spot of defense, but I mean it doesn't matter when you just burst
Lulu,
out champions like that.
Lulu getting bursted out. Yasuo committing the last breath here over the wall into the wolves. Jace is here as well. They're going to get exhausted. Slicing Maelstrom going to come through, but Kennen is really far behind. Not going to be able to end anyone. And here comes the Cataclysm. Everybody's just pressing R at this point. Elise going to finalize that guy. And looks like Tristana is going to pick up the Kennen on the backside of that one, trading 4 for 0.
Yep, Tibbers Fan Club has the great ultimates, and if those ultimates do not kill, the fight is over, they're going to lose. And so this is what happens when you pick composition that completely depends on ultimates. And why in this current meta that's not really very popular, because once you use that, you can't really do anything. If no one's down by the time that Maelstrom is done, or by the Cataclysm is done, or Yasuo or Bullet Time are finished, like you can't really do anything in the fight. You're kind of kiting and hopefully picking someone off as you kite. But the side of Zillions on the loose, these guys are really good at chasing. They're really good at picking people who are running off. Even with the Karma speed up, the Rise gap closer, Elise has a huge gap closer, Jace has a speed up. I mean, Tristana has a jump. These guys are really good at chasing you down. And so if you don't finish them off, if you don't ace them in a team fight, you're going to lose.
Especially when they were going in, and that last team fight where you're looking at is a bunch of players who, like you said, are a part of a team fight composition, but they're all engaging at different points, and you need to just overlay all this stuff. I mean, everybody's stunned in Slicing Maelstrom and Cataclysm. You got that bullet time, but Kennen shows up to flank with just a proto belt, and you're like, okay,
Yeah, and then Jarvan falls up afterwards with only a Cataclysm, and this composition doesn't work that way. They have to overlay it.
There you go. There's an overlay. Slicing Maelstrom, a Cataclysm coming through. Did not finish off the Jace. They're going to get the return kill onto the Jarvan for that. Rise just roots him. Can't get out.
Those are 2 big ultimates down. They still have bullet time. That's going to be helpful with the Yasuo ult. That might be a good damage response, but these guys have Baron, and so they're just going to siege down this turret.
Heavy poke coming through there. They do have an Ocean Drake, so Jace is going to get back up very shortly. At least being able to dive that a little bit. Oh, Shock Blast puts down the Lulu.
Even without the gate.
Yeah. When you got Cleaver and Yomu's. Oh, man, he was so low. There's flashes available, too. Oh, Jace. Jace going to get in there. Oh, he's going to miss Flag and Drag. Jarvan, come on, man.
So it looks like they're calling for top instead of the end. I think that's a mistake here with a huge Baron wave like that.
It looks like they're a little split up on what they're going to be doing here.
Yeah, I mean, they're still, getting the objectives that they need to. I think they could have ended. Kennen and Jarvan are going to have ult up soon.
They could. Oh, the flash out. Bullet time's going to clear the wave, though. As you were saying before, it's a little decision here. Oh, Jarvan almost going to drop down to the Jace. So close. Minions just putting in work. Woo! The rocket jump forward going to be able to kill the MF. Knocking her back with that explosive shot.
Yeah, that was a weird mechanical mistake.
Kennen going to get killed. Right, oh! You are so dead, sir. You are so dead. Kennen lives.
Mechanically challenged from that Tristana there. Didn't need to use that knockback and should have used it as a disengage on some priority targets like a Kennen, like a Yasuo. Yep.
Could have been a penta. So now I was thinking they could have done. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Yasuo going in last breath. Karma barely doing any damage here. No shields available. Actually, shield was up there. So Kennen's going to continue to chase this. At least trying to get up here to collapse. Look at that shield. It's huge. That shield is huge.
Watch the at least delete this Kennen in about 10 seconds.
Yeah. She's trying to land the combo.
Oh, missed.
Oh, missed it. Get juked. Get juked. She's jumping onto it. Super hardcore. Exhaust though. Doesn't even matter. Still chasing. We're still chasing, guys. We are chasing for an hour and a half. Hour and a half. Turn around.
Oh my god.
Ah, still gets him anyway. Still gets him anyway. Don't care if you're here, Jarvan. Look at the tabbies.
Super minion's gonna do work.
The tabbies doing stuff. Oh, the shield and a little bit of heal from the bite. Cocoon again, getting bodied. Oh, girl, you need to go away. Jumps over to the Krugs, lives. MF bullet time gets shut down super quick by the Jace. Just smacks her in the face with a hammer.
Oh, man. What a clown fiesta. So tough.
So, as I was saying 20 minutes ago, when they pushed top, I thought they would rise ult the wave.
Right.
And pull it to the turrets in the mid, so then you have double the wave size. Because that would have been kind of tricky. It would have given them double the amount of time to clear it and the pressure onto the turrets. But, okay, Yasuo dying again. And looks like Stream Chat having a nice little laugh at this one. Top tier mechanics, exactly.
Yeah, it's just so clunky. But
Red buff. Oh, he missed
Rise
it.
can win now.
Rise gets him 1 Q to the face, a third of his HP. Oh boy, and Rise has like 2 items done, but they're mana items, so that's what matters. Rise just smacks him in the face, just smacks him. Yeah, run Rise. Exactly, run Rise. But the Kennen was saying the same thing. But keep running. But I better not get to you. As Rise obliterates. Oh my god, the Jarvan. Like, there's 2 AP champions. Come on, man, build some MR. Threw her into the base. Threw her into the base. And that's GG for the end of this game. I mean, Zillion's on the loose, as we were saying. Better skirmish compositions, and that was happening. You can't organize your team fight on the side of the Tibbers fan club. What are you going to do? You're down at the end of this game, 15K gold at 29 minutes. That's a hell of a lot.
Yep. I think in the end it came down to team composition. I mean, you could solve that if you're on the side of Tipper's on the run here. If you just group everyone and just have these really, wombo combo-y ultimates, but that never happened. Like you always saw Kennen and Jarvan ulting or near each other, and then an MF bullet time would follow like a minute later or something like that. And so we never got to see these like really big ultimates that can delete an entire team composition. Like it doesn't matter who they have. If you have all of these ults stacking on top of each other, you're going to win a team fight. Like it's just so brain dead. But instead, Zillion's on the loose and run around the map and start all these skirmishes with these really great skirmishing. I mean, you pick any two or any three of these champions, and you're going to have a really great skirmisher. At least one of them is going to have a hard CC. At least one of them is going to have a large amount of damage and DPS or burst, and that's what's really great about these kinds of compositions and why they're so in meta right now for a lot of high elo players. And so if any of these champions are within your wheelhouse of playing, they're worth learning because they provide so much for your team.
Your gun.
Yeah.
Did
I say Tipper's on the run? It scrolled up. Tipper's fan club.
I was sitting here while you were talking, laughing. You were like, and then Tipper's on the run. And I was like, that would have been great. That's next week's team names. Next week's team name. Tipper's on the run.
That's it. Next.
Oh my God, that was. Oh boy, that was great. No, but you're right. It's like you said. You might have to put a little more time in on some of these champions that are the meta ones right now. But it's gonna pay off better when you can fight all the time.
Oh
and not have to worry about ults.
Elise and Jace are high skill cap champions. Like if you want to learn how to do those combos correctly and learn all of those cooldowns and what everything does, I mean, you have an extra set of skills you have to learn by learning those champions. Ryze, for example, he's got a high medium skill cap as long as you know how to use a spell combination, right? It's every other spell besides Q resets the Q, so you want to Q, W, Q, E, Q, and then wait for your next cooldowns. And so there's ways to have these like really nice high damage spell rotations. So as long as you're doing those rotations, performing them correctly, that's where the skill cap is at, and you want to do them really quickly. Weaving them in with your auto attacks. Faker famously is really good at this spell combination, and so if you want to see an exemplar of how to play Ryze correctly and delete someone with a full rotation and auto attacks, that's a good place to look. And so he's also really difficult to learn. Tristana obviously mechanically heavy, and Karma provides a lot of utility. Learning how to be aggressive on this champion is going to be the key there. But all of these champions are really great examples of what's strong right now and why they're strong.